Hi, I'm Ďana Hokana. I'm here with Mabel and Sydney Wilson, and we just had a really good time teaching in the last clinic about how Sydney's rhythm and hands together can help you with your downward and upward transitions. And I want to talk a little bit about it because as I said in the other clinic, we just did the pattern and you weren't totally thrilled with it, were you? No, there was a couple little things. You know what went wrong was to Sydney, she felt a little nervous and she loped off when she wasn't supposed to. And so what I saw, Sydney thought maybe she was fresh because she'd been standing in her stall a while. And you know, we all have these decisions to make. Even if you don't show your horse, even if you trail ride or barrel race or work cows or you compete or show, all of us have this decision of, is our horse too fresh? Are they not? Are they nervous? And what do I do if I don't have time to go lunge my horse? Or what do I do? Like, what would we have done? You're up, you're ready to go. So based on what we just worked on, what was very exciting was you found that you can rebuild and bring this little tenseness down to softness with how you use your hands to bridle her head. Because if anybody shows, if anyone's ever showed a greener horse, or even if they're nervous, the first thing people do is what? Tense up. And what do they do with their hands? They sharpen their hands. That's my word I tell Sydney. They get sharp and sharp-handed. And that could have been maybe a little bit of what Sydney did. So when you recap it, always we go back over our pattern. You know, did my horse let me down? Did I contribute to that? Was it both? I can't tell you the value of always looking to be the answer to the problem instead of looking for the problem, right? And if all of you are out there one day with a really nervous horse, and I've had to learn this the hard way, and sometimes I haven't gotten it done like I wanted to, the first and most important thing you can do is get them to accept and be soft off your legs and in your hand. And so as we just learned, it was super exciting, our use of our hand is critical to keeping our horse relaxed in those moments. Often what happens to us is we as riders get what? Nervous, maybe mad, disappointed, frustrated, like, what the heck, I'm about to go in the class and what are you looking at this stuff for? You just warmed up perfect or whatever, right? Happened to me a lot. But you see, we're not racing cars or riding motorcycles, we're riding horses who have feelings and emotions and energy and a mind and a brain. So we got to connect all the pieces together to get our horse and us connected. So the tips I just showed are so important for connecting to your horse. So one other example might be, if you have a really nervous horse, circles are absolutely wonderful. The first and biggest thing I would say is your pickup. Next would be circles. And the next would be sweeping them over off your leg so that they're okay with that spur and that leg in them, right? So let me see your pickup again. You've got a nervous horse. You don't have much time. You're going to draw up. She wants to cock her head to the right. You're going to use that forefinger. And let's flop the bit. Flop the bit, 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 flop the bit. Good. And release. All of you, if you compete and show and your horse needs to be in the bridle, all of you should practice your pickup at home and in your warm-up for shows and in everything that you want to go do, you practice your pickup. So let's go ahead and walk her forward and practice that pickup. Flop that rein, walk her forward, forefinger, good girl. Now let's walk her forward in hand like that, flopping that, and let's move her off your right leg. Take your left leg away, this leg away. Take this leg away from her. Don't touch her. Use just your right leg. Just your right leg. Sweep her over off this leg. Just mash it. Mash it. There you go, and walk forward. Okay, good. She thought you wanted her to turn. That was a pretty good turn. But let's walk straight forward. Walk straight forward. And push her over off that right leg. Walk forward. Just your right leg. Don't let her turn. See, you're asking her to turn, honey. what I want. That's what I want. Good. And now drop off her head and walk. Good girl. For 10 years, I've used the TR3 Classic drag to keep my performance horses at their peak. And now I'm so excited to say that we now have that TR3 E series. There just isn't anything better than that TR3 arena drag to help make my performance and my program complete. So no matter the size of your program, good footing should matter to you. So contact ABI today and get your arena drag.